Welcome back to World of Warships Legends. Yes, as promised, we are looking at the legendary Japanese Tier 7 cruiser Suzuya. Now, I didn't promise a Suzuya video, but I did promise a cruiser video. Actually, I had another one that I was going to show, but this turned out to be a better game, so we're going to show this one instead. Just looking at the stats real quick here in the port. Normally, I would recommend Gunichi Makawa. But we were trying to do the 23 fires here in the Suzuya, so that's why I swapped in Isoroku Yamamoto, which as you can see, not at a very high level. I want to say level 12, legendary level 2. And we are on fault line, and it looks like it captured the base match. All right, we are down tier. It is legendaries and level 7. There's the Suzuya. I mean, I like the way the Suzuki looks, but again, I'm not really a cruiser person because, as you well know, slightly above average player. By the way, I want to thank my 30 loyal subscribers, growing by leaps and bounds so fast I could barely keep track of it. Thank you so much for subscribing to my slightly above average channel. All right, so we are headed out. So here's something funny. I take a look at the screen. Oh yeah, 18.6 main battery range. And I don't realize that refill station is giving me a boost to the range of the main battery. So there will be a WTF moment later on here in the match where I go to shoot at somebody and I'm like, why can't I shoot that far? All right, there's a gross recur first for just blowing some rounds blindly in that area, hoping they will hit him. A lot of landmass in the way right now. Sorry, I had some audio problems with this one. This is my fourth attempt, and it is being recorded right before this thing airs. So I just woke up. I'm a little tired, but I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to re-record the Suzuya audio. So that's what's going on. Trying to get around that destroyer out of his way. I have no desire to go where that destroyer is going. I don't know what to call that cove, I guess you could say. Um, it's surrounded by gigantic rocks, and it's a very good kill point. Um, if I was a heavily armed battleship or a very concealable destroyer, I wouldn't have any compunction about going where that destroyer is going, but I have no desire to get into an enclosed space with a gross recur burst in a down tier cruiser. All right, so we are going to start to kite away, make sure I'm not going to run into that island, and angle. And if you don't want to drive out of range and still be able to shoot at an enemy ship, you can always reduce throttle. I mean, because what's important is you're angling, not that you're speeding away, in my opinion. So as you can see, he's missed. I think that's probably his aim's a little off. He's maneuvering as well. He's going back and forth and doing all sorts of stuff. We're just avoiding the island, kind of half throttle, continuing to rain down what Zarkun would call the golden showers of HE upon the gross recur first. A ton of torpedoes. We set our four fires, I guess, two initially, and then two more. So Suzuki a really great option for the fire starting, in my opinion. Couple another one there, so we're up to five. I also think the Ochakov is a really good ship to try it in. Although the Ochakov, whenever I'm in it, attracts enemy fire like no other. And I've also tried it in the Khabarovsk and the Cleveland and the Conqueror. And we're continuing to shoot at the GK. Now, right here, I think this battleship, as we're showering him, is going to punch him really hard. Yeah, right there. Took a ton of damage, and boom, we set him on fire again. And quite frankly, he is not going to recover from that fire. He doesn't have any way to damage count it. And so, even though we're not shooting at him, he is going to burn down, and we're going to get the kill for kill number one. All right, so my plan this time was to turn around and maybe see if I can engage some more enemies. And coming up right here, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot that guy. I'm like, wait a minute, why can't I aim at him? 17, because I don't have refill station active. So that was just a funny moment for me in this game. I was like, why can't I shoot the Alaska? He's in my range. No, he was in my range if I had refill station active. So, yep, I thought that was pretty funny. So I can't shoot at the Alaska. I'm going to slowly turn around here. And right here's a really good look at the Suzuya. And one of the things I like about it is how low profile it is. I don't know if that's reflected in its concealment. As you can see, our concealment or detectability is 10.6 kilometers, but for a very large cruiser at tier 7, I think 10.6 is pretty good. All right, so look, and you can see all of our battleships, one, two, three, four, and a destroyer are going into that enclosed space. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the last ship that went the other way is dead. All three of them died. The Kansas was the last to die. So I see what's going on. I'm like, hey, everybody, the enemy team all went the other way, and they just wiped out the three ships over there. So how about a little help? And as you can see, all these ships are going to totally ignore me. So we're going to be on our own, like John Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport or Kickboxer or whatever movie it was. Probably Kickboxer. I can't remember. The one where he fights Chong Li. He's on the bus and On My Own starts playing. Great song by Stan Bush if you like cheesy karate movies. Anyway, we're on our own, alone in the Suzuya to defend our cap against the marauding enemy team. All right, there's a look at the ships that are running away. Too funny. But really, we're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. When are the enemy ships going to come from the other side of the map and get towards our base? Right there, I'm shooting at the Odin. I have to say, I really like that Odin Norse camouflage in the store. We do set the Odin on fire. And there we are. There is an enemy ship. It is a Jean Bart Tier 7 premium battleship. A view when I see the Jean Bart that inspires me with envy and abject fear. Fear because I'm totally broadside. Oh, there's an Iowa too. Great. Uh, and envy because I was taking a break from this game when the Jean Bart earn up or campaign was active. I want to say I think I was still playing World of Tanks back then too, and so I was really burnt out, just grinding. And although I regret it because I really like the Jean Bart, um, or think I would like to own the Jean Bart, it's never coming back. So that's why I'm envious every time I see it. All right, so the Iowa I think knocked out my rear turret. The Jean Bart just crushes me right there, absolutely crushed me. And in this game, the Jean Bart is the only ship that's going to do any significant damage to me. Most of it was right then, but you got one good salvo. But we will continue to see that the Jean Bart is the only ship that's going to really damage me. So we're going to really focus our efforts on him. You got to shoot at the closest, most dangerous ship. We're going to set him on fire. And I'm going to alternate between this angle where I get all 5 turrets on target and this angle. And we get a witherer already between the Jean Bart and the GK, we have really burnt them down. So that's how we got that. And we're down to about 9,000 hit points. So as soon as I get a recharge, I'm going to engage my heal. And right here, his aim seems to get wonky. And I don't know if he got lucky before. Obviously, I don't know what commander he's using or anything like that, but it just seems that his aim is not great for whatever reason. Bad RNG, or not leveled up the commander enough, or maybe he was just having a bad day. Glasses fell off, something in his eye. We are going to continue to rain fire down upon him. And someone, probably a destroyer, puts a smoke screen in front of him. That's fine with me. I got a repair party going. So I put up my plane, and I have a sneaking suspicion there's another ship over there in the cap, like whoever put up that smoke screen. So I'm just waiting for that to pop up. And as you can see, of our teammates, well, I guess they did come into the middle to distract the Iowa and other battleship, but the only ship that's coming to help me really is the destroyer. So I want to thank the destroyer commander for doing that. There is the other enemy ship, a Vanguard. Now, I have the Vanguard fully maxed out. It's a Tier 7 tech tree British battleship, but I don't play it hardly at all. And I keep, I remember when I saw it, I thought Vanguard, what do I know about the Vanguard? And I think I've seen a couple of things where it was talked about being buffed. And so as a result, I'm going to show the Vanguard no respect at all because I don't know how good it is. And therefore, that means that I don't have any respect for it. So I'm giving him basically full broadside here, lighting him up, continuing to fire at him, turned to get torpedoes, went full broadside. He doesn't take advantage. Still got the Jean Bart over there as well. But as you can see, a ton of torpedoes are headed at the Jean Bart. So I'm going to shoot at him too. The Odin came back in to the cap from the other side. But don't worry. There are two battleships available to help me, except they're in the cap. Thankfully, that destroyer took out the Jean Bart, even though I didn't realize that until after I had shot a salvo. Going to continue to engage the Vanguard here. I mean, to me, the Vanguard turned into that torpedo. I thought he could have avoided it if he had stayed more in a straight line, but that's just me. So we get a high caliber as I continue to shoot at the Vanguard. I really would have liked some help from my teammates. I mean, the destroyer did take out the Jean Bart. That's cool and everything, but I think you can see why I titled this video On My Own Alone, because I'm basically down here doing the work. Three battleships in a cruiser, you know? And so we do get hit pretty hard there, but combined efforts, and I think somebody else was shooting at him at that point. So, but we did burn him down, and we run off the map. And now we are taking on the Odin. And I just want to note the red team's been more successful capturing our base than our battleships have been, and they've been trying to capture their base for quite some time. Good play. All right, so here's the Odin. We're going to light him up with some HE. And here's a really nice thing I've discovered about the Suzuya. It's got 3 forward batteries, so we can keep those on target while still angling towards the Odin. Can you kite towards an enemy ship? I don't know, but that's what I'm doing here. Turning a little bit, trying to get the other turrets around, but I'm also trying to get behind this island, at least somewhat, to use it as cover if he damages me heavily or something like that. So we're just continuing to engage the Odin. And I think that's the Richelieu that finally came down here, took out the enemy gearing. And the Richelieu is going to engage the Odin as well. Now the Odin smartly I think, turns toward the Richelieu. You always want to engage your strongest opponent, and so he does that. And that's going to give me the opportunity to reverse side scrape, to get all 5 turrets on target, and to really rain the fire down on the Odin. And as you can see here, the HE keeps on coming, and the Odin is dead. All right, that is the end of the match. Oh yeah, let me get that steel and unlock Missouri sometime after I retire. All right, we ended up with 178,427 total damage. The Witherer medal, the high caliber medal, 210 main battery hits. The 1 torpedo strike, 3 big kills, 15 fires, so we fell short on the fires. Over 450,000 silver, over 7,700 ship XP, and commander XP. I mean, this, in my opinion, is a really good match in the Suzuya. And there we are at the top of the board, 2864 base XP, those 3 big kills. That's how you get it done. Sorry I'm so sleepy. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and thanks again to my 30 subscribers. I really hope you enjoyed this.